Hello, Capricorn, the sweetest of Capricorns. How are you? Although I do have a new nickname for not all of you though. Only like 0.5%. It's very few. I call them crabby corns because some of them in the comments are a little bit crabby. I call them my crabby corns. All of the rest of you are my sweet cabbage corns. So Capricorn, here we are at the end of another week, and I always look forward to coming into your energy so grounded. I'm so fiery and airy. I'm like, I'm just getting myself through everything and going. It's great to be here with you guys. I'm sure I'm pissing off some of the crabby corns. Like, hurry up and do the read. Just pull some cards. I'm not a machine. And so, I felt really bad because last week I said I was going to tell you about my rebounder. And then I didn't. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell about it right now. So, you can scroll through, and then once you see me start shuffling cards, means I've started the reading. So you don't have to get crabby, but I owe it to some of them because it's been in the comments, and I thought instead of like answering a whole bunch of comments, I'm going to tell you. So, my rebounder. It's what I've been working out on for the last 2 years. It's awesome. I have an urban rebounder, and to be honest, I think I probably need to get a new one. I'm on that thing almost every day for 2 years, and I kind of inherited it. I think it's already about 10 years old. So yeah, I love it, and it's great because I think, Russia uses it for their astronauts because it builds bone density. It's great at that. So if you're getting older, particularly women, as you get older, you lose bone density. It exercises every cell in your body. So not just, like the obvious muscles that are getting used on the rebounder, which is a mini trampoline. It's just because of the change in velocity, like the up and down, it causes all of the cells in your body are actually exercised. And, and it flushes your lymphatic system, which is amazing because your lymphatic system it doesn't have like pumps flushing, like the valves don't open up to pumps like your heart does. This is what I understand, your lymphatic system is based on movement. So typically, like if you don't move very much, that's how you end up with toxins in your body, and you can get sick because your body's not flushing. The lymphatic system needs movement, and you can just do what they call a health bounce on the rebounder, where your feet don't really leave the rebounder. Like your toes can kind of stay, and it's just because this movement, this gentle, like boing, 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 it flushes your lymphatic system, builds muscle, and it gives you great legs. It gives you great legs. And one of the things that I started doing, because I noticed like my lower body was developing a little bit more than my upper, so now I hold like a 1.5 pound or 2 pound weight and do them. And I'll show you who I follow. So I put my earbuds in, I play my music, and then I watch on the screen. I rebound with, there's 2 that are my favorite. One that I use more than the other, just because she does more rebounding. So San Fran Fitness is my favorite. They're from the UK, but they moved to Mexico actually, like I think in December, January, something like that. So it's say December 2019 they moved there, and she has so many great ones. They're great. You could not, it's great. And then the other one that I do is a champion. Oh, I yell at her because she hurts. She's intense. But she's a fitness champion. So she'll kick your butt, man. If I can keep up with her even in a little bit, those are my two favorite ladies. And I do quite frequently swear at both of them because killing me. If you're not yelling at your personal trainer, then they're not doing a good job, right? So that's my rebounder, kind of my rebounding story. Oh, I wanted to tell you too. So it's your own personal choice. Is they say that, okay, so here's the debate, because you can get 2 different types of rebounders. You can get one with the springs, like the metal springs, or you can get one that's almost like a bungee cord system now. So when I started with this one, I wanted to know that I was doing something good for me, right? I didn't want to think, could this be wrecking my joints? It actually strengthens your joints. I used to have a lot of problems with my left foot, the arch. I used to do a lot of food safety audits, and I used to spend a lot of time walking on cement floors with steel-toed safety shoes. And I think it really wrecked the arch of my foot. And I've had took me the longest time, even when I wasn't doing that anymore, to try to heal it and make it strong. And I couldn't for the life of me. Till I started rebounding. I do it barefoot. My feet are so strong right now. Like, it strengthens every muscle in your foot, your calf. It's just amazing. So it is good that way. Now, I've researched about what was better for you, to use the springs or to use the bungee cord, because the bungee cord system, I don't want to name anything because I don't want to get in trouble, but because there's different ones, but there's one in particular, it's very expensive. It's very expensive. And you're supposed to replace all the bungee cords like every year, every 2 years or something like that, which is also expensive. Man, what have I done? So like my Urban Rebounder, like I said, I think this one I have is about 10 years old. I use it almost every day and have been for about 2 years now, maybe 2.5. And just now, I think it's time to get a new one. But, so here's what I found when I was doing research on it. I found a very obscure article on the internet. It was sort of like a scientific publication. You know, it was like a whole PDF. It wasn't really a website. It was a PDF to this. I was reading it, and this was written by the person that was hired by this company that sells the bungee cord type rebounders. And he was actually hired, I don't know what you call him, like a biochemical engineer, or I don't know, some kind of engineer that has to do with like how the body works and how the body works with machines and things that it's involved in and utilizing. So they wanted the whole bungee cord system. So he created, and then after he created the entire system, he did a review of it. And I think he did a peer review too. And the peers found the same evidence that the bungee cord was actually worse for your joints than the springs. And here's why. And you can see it. Both the people that I just showed you for my YouTube exercises, they're both now, they started with the springs, but they're on the other ones with the bungee cords. And you can watch it, because what happens with the bungee cord is when you hit it and you're going in the downward motion, you stay in the downward motion longer than if you're on a spring. So theoretically, this is what happens, is the longer your body is connected to the rebounder in the downward motion, the more pressure the joints are absorbing. So it's actually, that's bad. You want to be off of it quite quickly. That's the key here. So yeah, this guy who actually was used to design this said, this isn't good. This is actually not better for your joints. I thought, wow, that's fascinating. And it was a whole article. I can't find it now. I don't know what happened to that article. It was hard to find it in the first place. I think I went down a road and another road. You know, it's almost like YouTube, like you're trying to look up a recipe for, I don't know, Spanish rice, and then before you know it, like you're watching a video about aliens that are on the moon and they're coming to San Francisco or something, like, you know, it's kind of like that. But so that's all I'm going to say. But it's a personal decision and a personal choice, and I have to say that after 2 years of steady urban rebounding, that I have no joint problems. No, they're great. Yeah, the only time I have any problems is when I go jogging. I'm kind of, I think I just have to stick to cycling now as a secondary. I don't know what it is, but yeah, the rebounder is great, and it's great for your body. And I think too, like, I think it's, I'm going to be honest, I feel more fit now. I'm 48. I feel more fit now than I did when I was in my early 30s. I'm more energized. Yeah, it's great. It's just an amazing exercise device. I think came out like in the 70s or something. It was kind of like a fad, and then, you know, people, and you know, if you want to try it, and just go on to like your area, the Facebook community buy and sell, all the women in the neighborhood here, because they were like, Cindy, your legs look great. How did you get in shape? I'm like, I rebound. So they all wanted to get rebounders. Most of them have resold them because they don't understand that you actually have to use the rebounder for it to work. Well, they do understand that, but they didn't do it. I like it. It's fun. So you do have to pick something that you enjoy doing, or you're not going to get up every morning and do it. And I like it. It's fun. It's like a little kid. I get to bounce around. So yeah, they all bought theirs on like a local Facebook buy and sell for like 10, 20 bucks, because brand new, they can be pricey. Like, yeah, I want to get a new one. I'm gonna be honest, it probably cost me $600 or $800, but you know what? I really think it's the Fountain of Youth, the Rebounder. I really do. I really think it's worth it. So there you go. I'm gonna put a timestamp because I know it's gonna be You know what? You just gotta talk. You're my friend. You came over. If I could give you a cup of tea, tequila, whatever your drink is for the time of day you're at, I'd give you one. We could have a little talk, right? So I just wanted to share that because it is important to keep your body healthy also in your spiritual journey, because it is the house of your soul, and your soul can work on a much higher resonance when its house is healthy. Not to say that I don't have the odd Pringle or cupcake, but yeah, I like that too. That's actually why I work out. That's the biggest reason, so that I can eat the things that I really like. Yeah, otherwise you'd like. Okay, so this is okay. I'll pick up the cards. The start of Capricorn's reading this week. What you want and what you need, and what's really coming through. It's like you're telling the universe, this is what I want, and the universe is saying, this is what you need to do. So I'm gonna do that, and it's inspired me. I don't know, probably you've all heard this before. A lot of you go to watch your moon sign and your rising sign. Jess Puckett, the Chaos Witch. She is my inspiration for this week's readings, the wants and the needs. She fascinates me. She blows my mind. I girl crush on her every time I watch her. It's just like, oh, she's so smart. She knows so much. Just amazing. Like her Vedic astrology knowledge, or archetypal knowledge. It's just incredible. She'll take you deep into a reading, into the psyche and understanding of your journey and someone else's journey, and it's just amazing. So because of that as well, I'm going to do, what have I done? Oh boy. Okay, there we go. I'm going to do a card for you at the end from my Witch's Oracle deck, an incantation, because Chaos Witch, right? Jess Puckett, the Chaos Witch. So the Witch's Oracle to empower you at the end of the reading. Oh, and also there will be an extended. So whatever your want and your need is, and the extended, I will look into the blind spot of both of those, as well as give you further guidance. But this is a whole reading on itself too, so any crabby corns out there, don't get upset because I'm trying to make a little bit of money and feed my kids. Get so upset. It's like you get 20 to 30 minutes of free consultation with a lawyer or something, right? Right, you get 20, 30 minutes free. They ain't gonna give you the rest of their life for free. You gotta pay for it because they need to go to the grocery store too. That's what I'm gonna say about that. And that's only directed to like 0.2%, if even that, because everyone else is really nice. You're all really nice. And just some people woke up on the wrong side of the bed. That's okay. All right. Now the reading starts. Better have 2 timestamps. Yeah, no, I want people to hear about Jess. So, oh, Justice and the Magician. Oh, look at you. You're pulling out major arcana. Did you know what that was? I was like, Cindy, just shut up and pull cards. Okay. The Justice and the Magician. This is your want here. Wow, you're trying to manifest. You're trying to manifest balance, justice, and karmic cycles. You're trying to work with the universe here. Good for you. That's not easy. Yeah, you're trying to work with the universe here. It's like you're identifying karmic cycles and situations and just thinking, okay, I need to work with this. I can't change it. I need to work with it. That's what you want to do. Ooh, the 5 of Swords. Well, these 2 people look like they're gonna attack that guy. What's going on with that one? Ooh, that's interesting. This is what you want. These clarifiers will be interesting. Let me see where these clarifiers go. Justice, the Magician, and the 5 of Swords. You want to bring some sort of balance to perhaps, so perhaps you want to bring some sort of balance. You want to manifest a balance, and maybe something where there was a disconnect. Somebody walked away. Something happened. Maybe something felt unjust. Well, makes sense. Justice card. I'm so sorry, Capricorn. I should do a week where you guys are first. You get like the messed up brain, Cindy. 8 of Cups is at the bottom here. That's the underline. There's some sort of distance or disconnect. Somebody has walked away to really go within. So, or something has happened, you know, with the way the world is. All sorts of people walked away from all sorts of things. All sorts of people were taken away from all sorts of things in the last few months. And I think a secondary effect of that is the 8 of Cups. This is an opportunity to really go within here and really look at myself and my life and where it's going and what I want. Okay, so let's look at the need. And of course, I'm going to be pulling out clarifiers, so don't you worry. Oh, jeez. Ah. Come on, the cards are giving me a really hard time. The need. The need for Capricorn. The need for Capricorn. The 9 of Cups. The Strength. And a Wheel. Excuse me, the 7 of Cups is at the bottom. A lot of choices, probably illusions, things not being clear. How to proceed. How you proceed will have an effect on the outcome here with the 7 of Cups. The need. There's also a need to look at all of the options with the 7 of Cups being underlined. Okay, so the need here is the 9 of Cups, the Strength card, and the Wheel. That's interesting. You know, what an interesting message. I have to say that the universe, in terms of giving you guidance here, is giving you a message of really what you need to do. What needs to be done here is just to be happy in who and what you are. Build the strength in that as you move forward into a shift in a karmic cycle. You're one of the few, I can't remember now, after all the 12 signs that I've done, it's 24 videos this week, but one of the few in terms of the need here is really, it's a bit of a self-focus. It's like a time for self-focus to really exercise whatever it is that you are doing to develop your independence in your emotional fulfillment. The independence in your emotional fulfillment here, like being happy. You being happy and you've got it. Because look at this, you are changing your luck. You keep strengthening this because you are changing your luck. There is some sort of a want here to change luck in a sense, because with Justice and the Magician and the 5 of Swords, like, how do I shift this? How do I make this energy better? How do I, this karmic energy, it didn't work out, or it felt negative, or it felt low vibration. There's want to fix that. You are actually fixing it in an indirect way by focusing solely on your personal well-being, your emotional well-being and happiness. She's holding a 4-leaf clover, and then she's got this handsome little frog. He's also holding a clover. It's also holding a clover. So there's the luck. It's the luck of the Irish there with 2 4-leaf clovers. Oh wow, look, and then there's like saints in the background. That's an interesting. Oh, and the fleur-de-lis. Isn't that the fleur? Yeah. That's interesting. That is really interesting. I don't know who this is for. It's so unusual. I'm just getting this mess. Oh, she's covered in clovers. I'm getting like this a message for someone about Irish and French. I don't know what that means to anyone. Maybe that's to any of my Irish viewers or my French viewers in there. I feel like she holds a secret too. Well, there's a lot going on in this card. So you got the basic message. Now we're going deeper. Now we're going to like another level. Okay, to keep on the first before I go too deep, I just want to make sure you really understand here. All the universe is telling you what you need to do to adjust some sort of imbalance here in some type of karmic cycle that didn't work out, that involved some sort of distance or separation between some sort of energy. Some sort of energy here. Could be a person, could be a situation, could be a group of people. Could be a group of people. Because there's 3 people here with this 5 of Swords. There's something going on there. Something didn't work out. There's a feeling of conflict, right? There's a feeling of conflict and trying to manifest, trying to get out of this feeling of conflict. So all you need to do is to look after your own personal happiness here. Really being in charge of that. Nobody else has any influence over that. It is just you. You are the one who makes you happy. You're the one who holds the key to your happiness and your strength. You hold the key to your own happiness and strength here. Just continue to work on that. Because this is taking you right into this karmic wheel. It is changing it. You are changing it energetically, like you are changing this karmic wheel by changing your energy. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that was clearly understood because that is a simple part of the message. And I know not everybody is on the journey with me and many of you to go into these deeper sort of esoteric messages. She holds some kind of a secret here. I'm going to get right into that. She's holding a secret. I really feel like she's holding a secret. She's got one hand behind her back and she has just that look. She's holding some kind of secret. What is her secret? Let me see. What is the secret here? Because this is the need. The universe has got a little secret for you. Or you have a secret for the universe. Well, that would be a surprise. I mean, the universe kind of knows everything, right? What is this secret? This 9 of Cups. There's a need for some sort of secret. There's a need for some sort of secret. The 9 of Cups has a secret. The 9 of Swords. The Magician. Death. You know what the secret? You just manifested yourself right out of bad energy. You went from the 9 of Swords to the Magician to the Death card. I'm guessing this is you. I'm guessing this is you. If it's not, or you, no, it is. It's you because this is what the need is here. What I wanted to say is if it doesn't feel like you yet, like you have all this confidence and independence in your happiness, it's just up to you. Nobody else has any influence on that but you. Is because the Magician here. Okay, however, whatever your manifesting practice is right now for yourself to correct something, you are doing it. You are really doing it. This is just like a pep talk telling you you are doing it. With the Magician sitting here after the 9 of Swords, getting out of this overthinking, overanalyzing, trying to understand the truth in people's situations, circumstances where you don't even have all the pieces to the puzzle anyway, so you're not even going to be able to come up with the answer. You're just going to sit there and stay up at night and think about, oh, what if this happens? Or what if that happens? Or what if they meant that? Or what if they meant this? Or, right? Like just manifesting yourself right out of there and bringing a full-on end to it. Like you are ending the cycle. You are ending the cycle. There's a little secret. I'm not sure what secret that is. Okay, so I'm putting that deck away. Oh yeah, I want to get my teeny tiny tarot. I wanted to use that specifically. Ooh, look at you. The split is the Sun and the Lovers. Wish fulfillment, guidance of spirit and angels, all the stuff. Oh, the Sun and the Two of Cups. Woo! Look at you manifesting big things here. The Five of Swords. What is or was this? What is the Five of Swords here? There's this want. There's something like, what was this? All right, I feel like I'm not asking the right question because they're not giving me an answer. Okay. Tell us about the Five of Swords. Just tell me. There we go. So the Knight of Wands. There's going to be some sort of higher vibrational movement going on here, where something has ended. Something has ended in sort of a dramatic way. There's a knight coming in to fix that. The Justice card. I could swear that this card has sat in this place at least one other time, if not twice, this week. That very card right there, wanting to bring justice and balance here. Slightly different messages though. The Justice card. Tell us about the Justice card and the Wand. Wow, the Seven of Swords. Wow, there's an awful lot of walking away energy associated with bringing balance back to something. The Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords. There was something was walked away from here, and there's really the energy of wanting to bring it all back together again. The Seven of Swords, the Knight of, yeah. Look at this, look at how he's charging back. A little bit like, you know, if there's some sort of situation that did not end properly or wasn't closed off, because the Five and the Seven of Swords are not the best way to end anything. Sometimes it's forced upon us, it just has to be done or whatever it is. Or somebody could be in a situation where they're feeling very confined or trapped. It is not healthy or good for them and they just need to get the hell out of Dodge. And that can be what the Five and Seven of Swords are. It's not sort of like having a conversation and, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We're both on a different life path right now. I think it would be a good idea to, you know, to have some time apart and see what happens. And, you know, stay in touch if you, like, it's not like that. It's like a... So there's definitely this, two knights here. Two knights that move quite quickly wanting to come back. Okay. That's the one. The need is more fascinating because it's giving you the answers how to get what you want. We've already got that really clear, like in the first few cards that came out. Let's go right to the wheel. Let's go right to the wheel here. For you, right to the wheel. The Strength card. Ooh, the Strength card and the King of Wands. Wow, that's a lot of Leo energy. There is a lot of fire, a lot of leadership and strength sitting behind that. So you're moving into a cycle where you will have a lot of leadership and strength, right? The Strength card. This Nine of Cups takes you into the Strength card, which takes you into the wheel. I'm going to try not to cut your reading short. I don't want to rip you off, but it's everything is coming out so clear and understandable. You are moving yourself into a new cycle. You are shifting energy. You're jumping little like reality timelines almost on the threads of reality. And jumping into a timeline here. Moving yourself towards one where you are able to tame the beast within. Very confident energy. Really knowing what it is that you want and going after it. Really knowing what it is that you want and going after it. What comes in after the Death card? Because you're bringing an end. So this manifestation of trying to manifest, at least on an emotional level too, yourself into better energy, that's coming to an end because you've succeeded. So what comes in after that? What comes in after that? What comes in after the Death card? Did you see that? They were doing like little triple sow cows and they jumped right back in. That was crazy. It just flipped and went in. Oh, hey, this was, what? I gotta play that back. What happened? There's a card here. It's a Death card. They're not gonna tell us. Ask him what happens to the Death card and they tell us the Death card. All right, fine. That's fine. I can take a hint. No, like this reading is so basic and simple, and there it is. Look at the Five of Cups is at the bottom. I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of, there's things needed. The energy is changing. You're changing energy big time. I feel like the power for you in this reading is going to be the incantation. I don't know what else to ask, guys. Like, it seems so obvious. Is it being what I just said? I feel bad. I feel like I'm cutting this short, but it's really quite simple. As I shuffle these Witch's Oracle cards for you, there's a situation that played out in the past where there was some sort of separation or moving away from an energy, and it was quite abrupt. And that caused, you could kind of say that the universe caused it to happen too, to use that as a moment in time to go within, to do an Eight of Cups journey, to really look at life and your life on a deeper level, what it is that you really truly do want. And you know, part of that Eight of Cups, it could take you into a Nine of Swords where you get into your head a lot and you think about a lot of things, but you're working through those things. And by doing that, you come out of the Eight of Cups into the Nine of Cups, which is being like, because that energy is so high vibrational that you are the only person responsible for your happiness, you are speaking at the frequency of the universe and being heard. So you are manifesting, like you are going to manifest at a very high level. And that was the journey that took place because of some sort of separation of energies here. And your intent, your want is to kind of bring energies back together. You don't even have to work on that. You've kind of done it indirectly, or you are doing it indirectly by being responsible for your own happiness here. And it is giving you strength. And it is changing the thread of reality that you will see yourself on. And that thread of reality sits in great confidence, really owning your throne and being very powerful and dynamic and sexy and, I don't know, the King of Wands. Well, there you go. And when we ask what comes out after the Nine of Cups, they won't tell us. They give us the Double Death cards. Scorpionic energy, being all secretive. Okay. Gosh, you guys got the best card in the deck. Well, one of the best ones. One of the best. Ooh, you got the Merkaba. Am I just saying that right? Merkaba. Merkaba. Boop, boop, boop. I'm going to do a little sip here. So I'm going to tell you about it and then the meaning of it, and then you get your incantation. The Merkaba is an extremely powerful symbol. It is a combination of two-star tetrahedron. One is pointing up to the heavens, channeling energy down from the universe to the earth plane, and one points downwards, drawing energy up from the earth beneath. The top or upward pointing tetrahedron is male and rotates clockwise, while the bottom or downwards pointing one is female and rotates counterclockwise. The meaning: it is a divine light vehicle allegedly used by ascended masters to connect with and reach those in tune with the higher realms. Its crystalline energy field is comprised of specific sacred geometries that align the mind, body, and heart together. Wow. This enables us to experience expanded awareness, connects us with elevated potentials of consciousness, and it restores access to and memory of infinite possibilities of our being. Wow, so deep. I've read this a couple times. I'm really absorbing it this time. That's kind of like the Nine of Cups, what you're doing with that energy. The message of the Merkaba is simple. Your motivations are the foundation of what you want to manifest in life. And if those motivations are based in fear and limitation, that will be all you will get. But if you are motivated by your heart and your true inner power, there are no limits and abundance will be yours. The incantation. Are you ready? This is your power. Knock down the walls that have kept the fear in. Throw out limitations and let me begin to trust in the power that lives deep in my heart. Now is the time for a brand new start. I'll do it one more time. I always say to do these 3 times so you can write it down and say it 3 times or so. Knock down the walls that have kept the fear in. Throw out limitations and let me begin to trust in the power that lives deep in my heart. Now is the time for a brand new start. There you go, Cappies. That was pretty good, huh? That was awesome. That is a very powerful card. You guys are going through a very powerful energy. Watch out. Watch out for what Capricorn is about. The crabby corns, you need to work on this. Any of the crabby corns, I know there's only like really out of like the thousands of you that come here, there's only like a couple. And that's it. That's it, my dear Capricorns. Capricorn. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I gotta save some of my brain for your extended. For anyone who's going to the extended, I look forward to seeing you there. For anyone who's not, I look forward to seeing you here next week, and I hope I will. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.